Hey everyone, welcome back to day 30 of the 90 Days of AI Native Work Challenge. I'm so pumped to have you here today because we're tackling one of the most critical, yet completely invisible, challenges in the modern workplace. Today's explainer is all about data quality and validation, but we're specifically zeroing in on what we call the silent errors. So let's just jump right in. To set the stage, picture a beautifully designed company dashboard. It's showing exactly 50 lakh rupees in sales. No errors, no red warnings, data pipelines look great. Naturally, absolutely everyone trusts that number. But today, we'll uncover why that flawless dashboard might actually be lying to you. We're going to cover the silent data threat, the anatomy of a bad join, a real-world e-commerce disaster, some essential validation checks, and finally, the AI data trap. Right, so back to that perfect dashboard showing 50 lakh rupees. What if that number is just wrong? Take a second to really think about that. The scariest part here isn't just that the data is off. It's that because there are zero alarms going off, everybody makes massive business decisions based on it. Blindly trusting a system just because it didn't literally break, that is exactly what makes this so incredibly dangerous.
Let's start with Section 1, the silent data threat, trusting the unseen.
So, the textbook definition of our enemy today is this. A silent error is when a system runs successfully, but produces an entirely incorrect result. It's a success on the surface, sure, but a total failure in reality. You know, these errors are terrifying precisely because they don't demand your attention. They just quietly slip right into your reports. And because the system literally says operation completed successfully, well, people just blindly trust the output without a second thought. This really gets to the core difference we need to understand. On one side, you've got obvious errors. These guys are loud. The system crashes, your screen freezes, and a big red alert tells you something went wrong. You know you have to fix it, right? But on the other side, we have silent errors. The system hums along normally, no crashes, but the final answer? Completely wrong. This could be a hidden bad calculation, duplicate record sneaking in, or data mysteriously vanishing. They fly completely under the radar.
Okay, moving to Section 2, anatomy of a bad join, when data merges go wrong.
Let's look at the actual mechanics of this. Imagine we've got two simple lists. One links a customer ID to a customer name, and the other links that exact same customer ID to their orders. Now, if an analyst joins these datasets incorrectly, just trying to see what a customer bought, things break down super quietly. By joining a single customer to multiple orders the wrong way, you can accidentally duplicate the customer rows or even drop them entirely. It feels like a tiny technical hiccup, right? But it instantly inflates your revenue or gives you completely bogus transaction counts. Just look at the math here. Say you had exactly 1,000 orders before the join. After a bad join, your data set suddenly spikes to 1,300 rows. Now the dashboard connected to this data, it still works perfectly. It's happily visualizing 1,300 orders. But suddenly, you've got 300 phantom records that literally do not exist in the real world. Relying on this means you're making business decisions based on a total illusion.
Which brings us to Section 3, the e-commerce disaster, a real-world scenario.
Look at the massive, painful gap on this chart. We had an e-commerce company trying to calculate their total revenue, so their analysts joined the customer, order, and product data together. But a bad join accidentally duplicated a bunch of those orders. The final, super professional-looking report proudly declared a reported revenue of 1.2 crore rupees. The calculation ran flawlessly, but the actual revenue, the real money actually sitting in their bank account, was only 90 lakhs.
Naturally, the business leaders looked at that 1.2 core figure and made some big decisions. When you have a professional-looking report that is fundamentally wrong, the fallout is devastating. It leads directly to wrong forecasting for the next quarter. It leads to wrong budgets being set. Ultimately, it drives wrong business decisions that result in a very real loss of money and, honestly, an absolute loss of trust in the data team. So if you take one thing away from this, make it this. Good-looking data is not necessarily good data. A dashboard can have beautiful charts, sleek professional colors, perfect formatting, and zero error messages, and still be completely full of lies. Beautiful formatting absolutely does not equal correctness. Analysts, engineers, and business teams literally have to validate the numbers hiding behind those visuals.
Now for the solution. Section 4, essential validation checks, catching silent killers.
The absolute first question you always need to ask yourself is about row counts. Simply put,
Did we suddenly gain or lose thousands of records? Like, if you ran a report yesterday and had 100,000 rows, and you run it today and suddenly have 8,000, yeah, something is definitely wrong. A massive, unexpected drop or spike should instantly trigger an investigation before that data gets anywhere near a decision maker.
Next up are range checks. You really have to step back and ask, does this value actually make sense in the real world? For instance, if you're looking at user demographics and someone's age is listed as 450, well, that's a pretty big data problem. If your daily revenue column is showing -5 crore rupees, that's a massive red flag. The system won't flag 450 as an error, it's just a number to a computer, but human logic has to step in and catch it.
Building on that, here are the daily, rapid-fire checks you absolutely need to memorize. Are the same records showing up multiple times? Are really important fields suddenly turning up blank? Did that data join increase or decrease your record counts unexpectedly? And crucially, can I reproduce this result? Validation can't just be this panic response you do only after something breaks. It has to be a built-in, everyday habit.
Let's raise the stakes one last time. Section 5. The AI Data Trap. Amplifying Silent Errors.
Whether you're working with analytics dashboards, machine learning, or those complex retrieval augmented generation, or RAG systems, the flow is exactly the same. If you feed bad data into an AI system, it doesn't just fail. No, it processes it and spits out a highly confident output based entirely on that incorrect information. The AI will boldly present a total hallucination as absolute fact, totally multiplying the danger of that silent error.
This plain truth really sums it up perfectly. AI can be powerful, but it cannot magically turn bad data into trustworthy data. AI is completely 100% dependent on the quality of the information you feed it. It's an amplifier. It'll amplify your clean data, sure, but it will just as easily amplify your mistakes.
So here is the mental model of failure we've been mapping out today. It's a direct pipeline. It starts with bad data, which quietly leads to wrong analysis. That wrong analysis gets handed to a leader who makes a wrong decision, and that ultimately results in a massive business cost. It's a total chain reaction, all triggered by a single silent failure.
But hey, we can flip the script. Here is the winning equation for your mental model moving forward. It starts with clean data, paired with a constant mindset of validation, followed by ongoing monitoring. When you combine those three elements, the output is consistently more trustworthy results. This is exactly how you build a resilient, AI-native workflow.
I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought to really cement today's lesson. The most dangerous data error isn't always the one that crashes your system. Sometimes it's the one that quietly gives you the wrong answer. So I challenge you to ask yourself, what silent errors are quietly hiding inside your organization's most trusted dashboards right now? Always validate, never just blindly trust. And with that, Day 30 is complete. Fantastic job finishing this stage of the challenge. Keep up the amazing work, and I will see you in the next explainer.